Okay, I just got to come in here and I'm going to do a couple more little weighting tricks. The first one is, let's see, I did this bind with a high drop off on the skinning, okay? And I can probably see that if I move these joints here, I can start to see a little bit of funky behavior like that, okay? So like this joint right here definitely is funky. And then I've got the root joint here, the belly joint here. Maybe I could have brought that down a bit, but whatever. And let's just check out the hips as well. Hips, it's okay. But here's a little trick. If I go in here and I'll grab this edge, or maybe I can even go and just grab the vertice loop. I just turned off the rotate tool so that I don't have to worry about those things. And if I go in here and I grow the selection, I'm just going to hit G a few times. How about right around there? I think that should be good. Without me doing any heavy duty weighting, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to hit skin and I'm going to do my hammer skin weights. And let's see what that does. It's not so bad. It's not perfect, but it's taken that and it's made it a bit better. What if I take this root joint and I just go assume preferred angle, just so I can check these two out together? Yeah, I probably still got to play with the weighting a bit on that, but it's better. What about the pelvis? And actually, this is reacting way too much. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down that far. Just hold on a second. Let's put this back to when it was bad. Okay, and then we're going to stop right around that line right there. How about I grab this vertex and double click on this one and grow. I'll just hit G and I'm going to grow it one more time, then I'll hammer it and see what happens. And grab this joint and this one, grab the rotate tool. Not too bad. And then down here, just going to do the same thing. Grab this one and double click, grow it, and just do one more, and skin, hammer it. Okay, that's kind of without doing real weighting. I'm being lazy. Okay. And just check out the hips again. Okay. That's better. But again, I'll come back to it afterwards. Okay, let's just go back in here and assume preferred angle. Boom. Okay, so there's one trick for doing some weighting here and checking it out. And I could probably check out these shoulders as well. And I might have to do a little bit of fiddling in here. You can totally see right in here how that's not blending that well. Okay, but let's put that back. And as I'm about to do a foot rig, I'm going to start doing all the rigging. I'll come back and do the fine tuning on the weighting afterwards. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to find the shoes. Okay, now these things, because I'm going to be covering over the toes. And if I take these and I bind them, skin, bind skin. Okay. Just one second. What just happened there? Skin, bind skin, selected joints. Okay, so that's what I did wrong. Let's just undo this, get rid of the skinning, and then I just grab any of the joints and I'll just do joint hierarchy. Or actually, maybe, you know what? Let's do joint hierarchy. Okay. And it's working. It's a little bit too squishy for my liking. Some of the laces might crash into each other. What about the ankles? How do the ankles look? Not too bad, but pretty squishy in the back end here. Yeah, so this might take me a little while to wait, but it's going to look decent. I'll just kind of go in here and grab this and paint skin weights tool. And this one here is going to be on the ankle. Select influence. And I just want on add. Okay, get this area too. And here I'm just going to isolate this so I'm not looking at anything else. This here should all be on the ankle. the laces start to get too messy, I think, well, actually what time is it? It's like 5 minute mark. Okay, so this could take me a little while to do. Okay, I make that fine-tuned in there, and then go down here to the ball, make sure that's all added in, and then smooth it out. It's gonna be tricky because this is multiple pieces of mesh. So if I want to, come on, just gonna go in and put this, I'm assuming preferred angle. Again, I can take a look, and that works decently. But I can see some crashing happening back there and everything. If I go over to the right view, if I went in here and I went to back over to modeling for a second, and I went to the mesh tools, and I went in here to the create polygon tool, and I created a polygon, say there, 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 and there. And I hit enter. Here, let's put it into wireframe so we can see it. So there's one. I'm going to go in and use the mesh tools, append to polygon tool, and I'll kind of do one, say right around here to here. Remember, I'm always placing these points counterclockwise. I'm just going to hit G, and I'll place one over here and here, down to the end, there, enter. And anything else I got to worry about? Not really. Okay. And let's just take this shape, and I'm going to move it right here. I'm going to extrude it. It's not selected quite right, so let's try it again. Control E. There we go. Do something like this. Okay. So it's covering the whole shoe. Now, if I take this thing and I grab this joint and this joint, and I go into rigging, and I go over here to skin, and I bind the skin to selected joints, and I hit apply. It's now bound, and let's just hit 5 on this. I think it's got a fairly sharp, oh, it doesn't have the drop off. God damn it. Well, it's okay. We'll paint weights on this thing. Just going to go in here, right click, paint skin weights tool, and so there's the ball of the foot, and we can probably go in here and hit add. Okay, great. And then I'll go over to the ankle, and I'm going to add this stuff up so it's like 100%. There's a bit of a blending in the middle. Okay. I could make this a bit more of a complicated object, but I like just showing this trick. Oh crap, and I didn't get rid of my history before I did this. I probably should have, but if I do need to get rid of the history after I've painted weights and skinned it and everything, if I just go to edit, delete by type, non-deformer history, that will get rid of that and leave my skin cluster alone. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to grab this piece of mesh, and I'm going to grab the shoe, and I'm going to go into skin, and there's a thing called copy skin weights. So when an object is directly on top of another object, you can do that as long as they're attached to the same skeleton. I'm just going to hide this so you can see what just happened. So instead of me having to go in and paint skin weights on those laces, check that out. Okay, and what about the ankle? Ankle's perfect. Okay, so showed you another magic trick. I'm just going to bring that shoe back. I am going to take this thing and delete it. I'm going to take this shoe, take that shoe, and I'm going to go over here to skin, and I'm going to hit mirror skin weights. Just going to double check that it's going across YZ, positive and negative. It says the source is the left shoe, which is this one, and that's going to the right shoe. Hit mirror, and let's just check it out. Did that work? I would say yes, pretty damn close. Okay, I could maybe fine tune this. I could make some kind of corrected blend shape on this, but that's going to work wonderful for now. And what time are we at? We're at the 9-minute mark. Just thinking if there's anything else in here I want to do. I think that should be good for weighting. I'm going to do the eyeballs separately, so you know the sunglasses could just follow the head around if we want. I'm going to do a separate rig for the eyes and also some blend shapes later too. But that's good. Okay, I'm going to stop here.